Donald Trump was the one holding the match. Inside Washington, the conversation had turned from diplomacy to danger. Officials whispered that the White House was weighing military strikes against Iran. At the U.S. Department of State, staff in the Beirut embassy were quietly being told to prepare for evacuation. The word was precaution, but everyone knew what that really meant. And yet, in the middle of this, Jared Kushner, a man with no official role, no confirmed clearance, no accountability, was reportedly heading to Geneva to meet Iranian envoys. Alongside him, Steve Witkoff, a billionaire developer and longtime Trump ally. Diplomacy by family, negotiation by favor. Meanwhile, inside the Pentagon, the mood was grim. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Dan Kane, had just briefed Trump's team on the risks. A strike could spark a regional war. It could draw in allies, destabilize markets, cost American lives. The warnings were clear, the consequences catastrophic. Trump's response came, as usual, not through policy, but through posts. "Everything being written about a potential war with Iran is false," he wrote. "I'm the one who makes the decision. I'd rather have a deal, but if not, it will be a very bad day for that country." The grammar was fractured, the message wasn't. Once again, Trump was publicly undermining his own generals, claiming total authority and flirting with war on social media. Back in Washington, the mood before his next address to Congress was electric and uneasy. Reporters whispered that this would be his longest speech yet, maybe another 100-minute monologue of grievances and self-congratulation. Inside the White House, aides tried to frame it as a reset. They said he wanted to talk about the border, gas prices, jobs, the usual mix of applause lines and invented victories. But privately, they admitted the truth. The president's approval numbers had cratered. His base was shrinking. Even his strong issues, the economy, immigration, were slipping away. Political strategist Luke Broadwater from the New York Times put it bluntly. They see this as a messaging problem, but it's not. It's a governing problem. Because no amount of messaging could fix the reality. The chaos at the border was self-inflicted, the tariffs had strangled small businesses, and deregulation had gone from free market to free fall. Still, Trump prepared to take the podium, facing, quite literally, his critics. The Supreme Court justices sat before him, their black robes lined up like a wall of quiet defiance. He was furious at them, especially after their recent ruling curbing his emergency economic powers. Susan Glasser from The New Yorker noted the irony. The same man who claims to defend institutions is the one tearing them down, live on television. Trump's speeches had already become legendary for their length and improvisation. Last year's address to Congress was the longest in modern history. This one, aides warned, would be even longer. But beyond the theatrics lay a deeper issue, a man out of arguments. As journalist David Weigel observed, he can say he's the best, he can say he saved the country, but he can't explain what he'll do next. Because when you've declared yourself the greatest president in history, there's nowhere left to go but down. Then, just hours before his speech, Trump gave a rare moment of candor. Speaking at a rally, he admitted, almost offhand, that he was surprised there wasn't more support out there. "It just amazes me," he said. "We actually have a silent support." For Trump, silence had always been proof of loyalty. If you weren't protesting him, you must be applauding him somewhere, quietly, invisibly. But even that illusion was cracking.